always a non-profit organization. It is NGO, totally non-profit organization. And the sole idea of this committee, framing the committee, was to promote research, biomedical research in this region, eastern region. And I'm very sorry to say, till date in West Bengal, in fact, I have doubt that whether is in entire eastern region has got any approval of any independent ethics committee. Whatever the ethics committee are, they are all in the government medical colleges. It is restricted to that only. Because you know that when, and that was one of the reason, when people wanted to go for the research activities, particularly the biomedical research, there has been a lot of constraint because nowadays the rule, the WHO, the other ethical constraint is so high, so difficult to pass through, get through any research activities. And that was the reason, that is the reason that we in eastern region, we cannot develop the biomedical research. But the simultaneously, if we cannot develop the biomedical research, it is very difficult to develop the medical science. Because without this research, medical science cannot advance. And so we want to make a bridge between the biomedical research and the research workers, so that we can augment the research activities altogether. And that's why, and at the same time, and that is also perhaps one of the reasons, we perhaps do not have much CROs existing in this region. If you go to the south, if you go to the west, you will, of our country, I'm telling, you will find huge number of CROs are there. A huge number of the registered medical big companies are there. But in this region, the same old 2 or 3 companies are existing. We won't find. And unless and until it is not getting, we are not getting these things, we cannot advance. And one region, the eastern region particularly, I'm telling, is always lagging behind in different aspects. And this biomedical research is also no exception. And if we want to develop, we must have these kinds of committees. And that was one of the reasons we tried to develop. And today we have come to this stage. Now, while attaining this stage, now we have started thinking in a better way, in a much higher way. Higher in the sense, only research, only promoting a particular type of research will not be enough. We shall have to simultaneously develop a sort of institutions that will augment the training also. Variety, different types of biomedical trainings are required. You must have, all of you, my dear friends, have heard about this good clinical practice standard. And good clinical practice standard means that to develop this continuous training program, learning process, the young scientists, young budding doctors, the young doctors, I do not only mean the MBBS doctors, doctors of all the branches of medicine, medicine. So they all must get trained and they must be developed. For that purpose, we are giving it a high focus on this so that we can develop this, we can promote this, we can because you know that if the students, there are many students who cannot afford a good amount of money. So for there are different kinds of these schedules, teaching schedules in Western countries. But the problem is that they charge very huge amount. The difference between dollar and rupee is so big that it becomes very difficult for our students to take these kinds of training. And for that purpose also, we want to give training a, a solid foundation, to build up a solid foundation by spending minimum amount of money that our scientists, our students, biomedical students, they can learn the GCP and other things in this forum. So for these all purposes, we are trying our best to develop. Unfortunately, again, I'm repeating, we do not find many CROs, but unless and until we get a standard CROs, perhaps this kind of institution cannot survive, because we always need funding to run this. As we are operating this program here, sitting here like this. Whenever, whatever you want to do, you need some amount of money to maintain it, to maintain an office, to maintain some persons, to develop certain standard operative procedures. Everywhere we need money. And for that purpose also, we are requesting, if any CROs are present anywhere, please do contact with us. We have our website, we have our mail addresses and all that. You can contact us. Dr. Pawan Sharma will again tell you in detail of this present situation and all that. And at the moment, we expect much bigger involvement from all sorts of corners of biomedical research and biomedical educational institutions to come forward, to join us, to strengthen our hand, so that we can develop the research strategies, we can develop the training module in a much more modern way in this region of the country as a whole. And we expect that if we can do that, we can take it to the other parts of the country also. With these few words, my dear friends, I thank all of you who have joined us here, either through webinar or physically who are present here. And I am thankful again. I am telling that this entire effort of Dr. Pawan Sharma has brought us to this stage. And tomorrow, I'm sure, if we get support from the all corners, we shall be able to fulfill our mission and dream. With these few words, I will complete my deliberation, oral deliberation, and expect much more in future. Thank you, my dear friends. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. S.K. Bandyopadhyay, sir. Thank you, sir, for your blessings and inauguration. Now, I would like to welcome Dr. Parikshit Debnath for the welcome address. Dr. Parikshit Debnath is the Dr. Parikshit Debnath is the Research Director, MedPharma CRO. He is MD and Chief Physician at the Ayurveda Clinic, Kolkata. Dr. Parikshit Debnath, sir, welcome.
Thank you, everybody, for this gracious occasion coming here. In behalf of Independent Research Ethics Society, I welcome you all. Today, we are conducting a seminar that is Scope of Development for CRO in West Bengal, which is organized by Independent Research Ethics Society and it is the Ayush Samriddhi State Level Hybrid Seminar. Today's chief guest is Dr. S.K. Bandyopadhyay sir. You have already heard from him, and he was the ex-director of medical education. Along with that, our inaugurator of the program is Dr. P.V.V. Prasad sir. He is the director of Central Ayurveda Research Institute, Ministry of Ayush, KOLKATA. Today's chief guests are Dr. Santanu Munshi sir. He is the professor and head Department of Pharmacology, School of Tropical Medicine, Kolkata. I welcome you all, sir. So today's inaugural speech was given by Dr. S.K. Bandyopadhyay sir. Next, I will ask Dr. P.V.V. Prasad sir to give his address and speech. Thank you, sir. The stage is yours, sir.
Thank you, sir. Good afternoon, everyone. Respected S.K. Bandyopadhyay ji, Director Medical Education, Department of Health and Family Welfare, Government of West Bengal. Dr. Pawan Kr Sharma ji, President of IRES. Dr. Santanu Munshi ji, Professor and HOD, Department of Pharmacology. Dr. Achintya Mitra, my colleague, and all the members of the society and all the participants. I welcome you all to this today's meeting for discussion on scope of development for CROs in West Bengal. And as our Dr. Bandyopadhyay ji has mentioned, there is a need of the hour that we should have CROs for conducting biomedical research in a scientific way. That is a must. We have to follow GMPs, GCPs, everything we have to follow. There are several norms to conduct the clinical research and this biomedical research. And I hope, I feel that this society, IRES, will succeed in this program to attract the CROs and to conduct in a biomedical research in a proper way and scientific way. And I wish Dr. Sharma ji and his team for the best of luck, and I hope next meeting and with continuous efforts, they will attract the CROs and get proper response from them. And we have to propagate the things, what your plans and objectives, and I hope it will be successful. And with these words, I wish all the best to the team. Thank you one and all for inviting me, especially Dr. Pawan Kr Sharma. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for your excellent address. Now, we are glad to have with us Dr. Santanu Munshi, sir. Sir is head of the department in Department of Pharmacology, School of Tropical Medicine, Kolkata. I take the pleasure to welcome Dr. Santanu Munshi, sir. Sir, the dais is yours.
It's been a pleasure to be here. Issue of this clinical research, CROs, I think we highlighted, sir. Sir. Opportunities which is in the eastern part of India. Population located here. very good institutions, hospitals, as well as clinics, as huge population of doctors, seen as well as Ayurvedic. Clinical type of diseases, great research work, data cost, if we capture them, created by CDSCO, permission for a drug to be launched in the market, India market. The trials have to be done all over north, south, east, west. It's essential the research work has to be done in the eastern part of it. Good research teams looking after trials and other research activities. Good CROs based out of Calcutta, West Bengal, and Eastern India. Advantages of having CROs based from Eastern region is that they exactly which patient goes to which hospital, how many patients are available for doctors. Like somebody wants to do a trial dermatological program, which is the best hospital, who is the best doctor, highest number of patients. Like that, the CRO has this information and the actions, liaisons with the doctors, start the trial, save a lot of time and money. CROs, they have the list ready with them. Start the trial. Issue is training up this CRO, latest regulation, this research regulation, and the CP, the GLP, is dynamic and they are changing every year. Regulations are coming. We need to train them up in a that they can data which is being generated by acceptable as good as any part of India. Lucky that we have this organization set up where we can train these people required for these CROs, and also we can guide them for how to research clinical work out here. CROs to kindly get connected with this organization, thereby be benefited out of this training and all training of their people. They're getting new trial works also, the proposals also. This I thank for inviting me, Doctor.
Thank you, Dr. Munshi sir, for your excellent deliberation. Now I take the pleasure to invite Dr. Pawan Kumar Sharma sir for the keynote address. Dr. Pawan Kumar Sharma sir is the Director President of Independent Research Ethics Society. Welcome, sir.
First of all, I would like to communicate my sincere thanks and regards to all and my all colleagues and friends assembled here for a purpose, for a holy mission. We are observing, sir, right from 33 years in West Bengal. Various clinical researches are being organized, but unfortunately or fortunately, it is being in a scattered platform or a scattered way. These are not neither united nor organized nor being implemented within time because everything is late. So, to start with, we created with help of blessings of Dr. S.K. Bandyopadhyay sir, Dr. Munshi ji, my friend. We established a CRO here before 22 years, National Pharmaceutical Consultancy Services. Previously, it was focused to conduct clinical research on Emami products, and then we diversified our activity. Other then objection came by the government guidelines for national world. So we shifted to our Med Pharma CRO name, what we have established. For this independent research ethics society, we struggled so much, as Dr. S.K. Bandyopadhyay ji has also communicated already. Samadur Rahman is here. Samadur has helped me right from the inception, all documentation, all coordination, only Samadur Rahman was for implement. For guidance, Dr. S.K.V, Dr. C.G. Yogi Raj, Vijay Chaturvedi, Dr. P.K. Devnath ji, Dr. Unfortunately, they are not with us now. Dr. Professor P.K. Gupta ji. So right from the beginning, dignitaries are associated and blessed us of this society. One point was there. We created this society for ethics committee. We thought that this society will be the ethics committee. But when we went to registrar office, registrar absolutely refused us that no, sorry, we are not here to register committee. Any society can be registered, but not committee. So we converted, after 1.5 years of fighting, we converted our name to Society Independent Research Ethics Society. We applied. Previously, Ayurvedic percentage was there, more percentage. So CDSCO have denied absolutely that we are not here to approve any Ayurvedic ethics committee. Your ministry should do it. Ayurvedic ministry. I went, all are my friends, so I went to Ayurvedic ministry. What is the system and strategy for? No rule, no. So then we converted it into allopathic, absolutely modern ethics committee, and then reapplied. That time also we were thinking that society and committee members can be the same. But we applied after 1.5 years of exclusion. CDSCO communicated that the sponsored organization should not have more than 50 its component. That means 50% of component, right? Of person, IRES independent society. In our opinion, both were same. As per the law, CDSCO law, so we have been able to get registration before 1.5 years. So we are happy. In Corona, the blessings from international society have showered us and enlightened our path of this future. What I'm going to announce today, we have conducted 250 webinars. Today is our 252nd webinar. So it is also a great achievement on your behalf. So I should have a request for a applause. आप लोगों की सोसाइटी आज अभी तक इंडिया में कंटिन्यूअस इस फ्रीक्वेंसी से कोई भी नहीं कर पा रहा है, और एक दिन हमारी सोसाइटी 1000 से ज्यादा करेगी। बिल्कुल सर, और हर सब्जेक्ट पे, ऐसा कोई सब्जेक्ट नहीं छोड़ा। टुडे यूनिवर्सल चिल्ड्रन डे, वी आर कंडक्टिंग वेबिनार ऑन चिल्ड्रंस डे, चिल्ड्रंस हेल्थ डे। ज्योति लखानी जी moderator for that webinar after. So objective, not going into the detail. Main objective is research, education, social activity, awareness. So I would like to request Dr. Prasad ji, Dr. Munshi ji, Dr. Bandyopadhyay ji, whenever, wherever the need is there of a dedicated team, we are there. We can implement any of the activity any type of the activity. So we are there. These are our in brief. चलते जाइए, मैंने अभी बात कर ली है. In 2012, now we are sitting in sir 2021. केवल 5 मिनट, only 5 minutes. 5 minutes. 21 दिसंबर 12 को हम शुरू करके और आज हम रजिस्टर करा पाए 2020 में. आज 2021 में बैठे हैं. 10 साल हमको लगभग कंटिन्यूस. इसके पहले के 2 साल 12 साल हम लोगों को लगे. नेक्स्ट चलते चलिए. सर समय निकल गया, मालूम नहीं पड़ा कि 1 दशक कैसे निकल गया. समय निकल गया. ये सब कमेटी मेंबर्स हमारे. अभी यहाँ कमेटी मेंबर्स का 1 मिनट में आप चेयरमैन सर, आप क्लिनिकल हेड ऑफ द डिपार्टमेंट, क्लिनिकल डॉक्टर कल्याण भट्टाचार्य जी, एडवोकेट डॉक्टर अमलचंद दास, मिस्टर अमलचंद दास एडवोकेट, डॉक्टर ममिता शर्मा चक्रवर्ती from social. So everybody is there, well established ethics committee. I am not going into. One thing I need from your support, that we are observing the lack of training here. No training at all, GCP training. 1st January, we are going to launch this course for GCP training. International Interdisciplinary Institute for Research, Education and Skills. IRES is our nickname and IRES is institute's name. Please bless us this platform also as faculty, as mentor, as trainer, as course creator, whatever way you want, but this platform. How? What courses we will do? Good clinical practices, good manufacturing practices, good agriculture and collection practices, good pharmacovigilance practices, good laboratory practices, good telemedicine practices, good publication practices, research methodology and biostatistics for Ayurveda. So these are, in my opinion, these are in demand. These courses are in demand and we can, and though government has notified that in every 3 years you have to have a GCP certificate, that means every 3 years a crop of students will be there. Students, executives, whatever we can say. And then basic courses. That is also basic course. क्या courses हैं? Basic fundamentals of Ayurveda, practical Ayurveda in daily life, certification and foundation of Ayurveda level 1, 2, 3. These courses will be mentored by Dr. Jayesh Thakkar. So separate responsibility, separate faculty, involvement of dignitaries and courses customized as per the need of the society. This is our concept for training, for awareness, and for awareness we will complete minimum 1,000 up to next year. That is our oath, or we can say sankalpa for next year. So we would like to have request your support. इसके डिटेल में मैं नहीं जा रहा हूं, इसके लिए पूरी वेबिनार जरूरी है, आधा से पौना घंटे की उस रिसर्च में. So I will go into the detail of that research process and strategy. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Dr. Prasad is really, I am grateful to Dr. Prasad, who has spared the time when flight is there. Really, I salute your support and dedication. Thank you, Dr. Prasad.
Thank you.
Thank you. Jayesh.
Thank you, Dr. Pawan Kumar Sharma, sir, for your excellent presentation and a brief introduction of IRES and the courses which we are going to start. Now, let's take the pleasure to welcome Dr. Achintya Mitra. Dr. Achintya Mitra is research scientist in CRI, Kolkata. Sir, you're welcome. The dais is yours.
Namaskar. Good afternoon to everyone. Respected Professor Dr. S.K. Bandyopadhyay, the ex-DME, Government of West Bengal, and also former President, IPS, and Pharmacological Society. Dr. Professor Santanu Munshi ji, speaker also, P.V.V. Prasad ji, Director, Central Ayurveda Research Institute, KOLKATA, respectable and has invited us, the key person of this webinar, so program, Sharma ji, and all respected participants present there. So today, actually, topic is that scope of CRO in West Bengal we have to discuss, and our previous speakers already has already explained that necessity and opportunities of CRO in West Bengal, and what is a present day. It is urgently needed that we have to have that good CRO for that conducting research. As we understand, as a CRO contract research organization, the company that provides the support of the pharmaceuticals, biotechnological, and medical industries in a form of research services outsourced on a contract basis. It also definitely includes the Ayush system of medicines also. A CRO may provide such services as biopharmaceuticals development, biological asset development, commercialization, conducting preclinical study, clinical study, post-marketing, and different kind of clinical trial, and also pharmacovigilance. So if you say that in Ayush system also we have a separate GCP also, this is published by Government of India in 2007-8. And also there are a series of publications like the general guideline for the evaluation of Ayurvedic intervention with the guideline series 3 that is published by Central Council for Research in Ayurveda, Ministry of Ayush, Government of India. So we should have look of this guideline by which we can understand the basic things of conducting some clinical trial. Simply, if we consider the clinical trial, there are so many types of clinical trials may be conducted. Like, as you know, just for recapitulation, observational study, it may be case study, case control, case series, and maybe cohort, maybe cross-sectional studies, and some studies also not required any CTRI registration or ethics approval if it is a retrospective. And some experimental, the original research studies, that is maybe randomization and non-randomization. Under this randomization trial also, it may be the crossover trial, factorial trial, non-inferiority trial is very much required, because in the Ayush system always claiming something that they may cure things, some cause. So we have to have non-inferiority studies, which is very much essential nowadays. Placebo control trial, that is also randomized placebo control is the gold standard trial. We used to say add-on therapy or synergistic activity study. This kind of, there are so many opportunities and different types of trial may be conducted, which is not possible by the individual or a single institutes. So research nowadays is a teamwork, we can say, and we have to have good liaison with the allied disciplines also. So as per my observation, there are some scopes and opportunities. If you have that SOP study and also SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunity and threats analysis, if you do, then I think in West Bengal and especially the eastern region, there is a great opportunity for a CRO on the aspect of the contact research. First, I think for Calcutta or then Calcutta, now Kolkata, there is a long, glorious history of research. And we are used to say city of joy, also city of Nobel laureates. So we have a past history, good history that we can encash. Urgently required for the small and medium industries for conducting this contract research organization, because for the small industry, pharma industry, it is not possible to bear the cost of the R&D and also research team. So we have to have cluster formation, and also CRO can be help for the with the minimum cost. There are skilled manpower. We have a support service of the allied disciplines also, and available experts in this region. Adequate infrastructures now. We have well connectivity inside the city and also for the abroad also well connected, and geographical location also having some advantage because we are in the far eastern part, so we are little bit advanced in the time frame or time zone, so we can encash these things. We have a good institutes in the Calcutta and eastern region, good academic institutes and research organization, CSL organization, so many CSR organization also available, ICMR institutes also available, CCRAS institutes or research or council under the Ministry of Ayush in Ayurveda, Homeopathy, National Institute of Homeopathy is also available, is present here, and also Regional Research Institute of Unani. And also we have some organization, research organization, which is having headquartered in Calcutta till now, like that Botanical Survey of India, Anthropological Survey of India, Geological Survey of India, Geological Survey of India, National Council for Science Museum. These are also headquarters and their branches are available in Calcutta. So we can make a good liaison with this organization and increase demand. Day by day, the demand is very much increasing, especially herbal products and Ayurvedic medicines. It is 7.5% per year. So it is a huge demand of the product. But side by side, we have to have that research data with these products. So that's why I think in our small hospital also, we have seen so many individual persons also and small organization used to come for doing some research. So that I think CRO has a great opportunity, a role to do this kind of research for this small and the medium scale industries, and definitely cost effectiveness also is a major part, and which is very much feasible in Calcutta, I think. So these are the 10 points mind that I have explained, that by which there is a scope, definitely the huge scope and opportunity of a CRO, and I wish that Independent Ethics Society can be a good CRO. Whatever Dr. Pawan Kr has explained, the activities of this and the recent past. So I wish that as a CRO, because we don't have, Professor Bandyopadhyay already mentioned, we don't have a such kind of CRO, a good number of CRO in Calcutta or Eastern region. So it is required very much, and I think CRO may make a bridge in between the academic institutes, research institutes, and manufacturer. I wish there is a great opportunity, and Dr. Pawan Kr asked me what is the scope of this before this seminar. I said that this is a virgin soil. We can do, the sky is the limit. Thank you very much. Thank you for inviting.
Thank you, Dr. Achintya Mitra, sir, for your excellent presentation. We are grateful to all our speakers and delegates. Now, after this CRO meeting, the webinar is open for the 253 webinar that is celebrated on the occasion of Universal Children's Day. So I would like to handle the stage to our moderator for the session, Dr. Jyoti Lakhani ma'am. Dr. Jyoti Lakhani is from Kolkata. She is a renowned Ayurvedic practitioner. So let me take the pleasure to welcome her and take the charges of moderation for the next session on Universal Children's Day. Madam, you're welcome. The desk is yours.
Namaste and welcome all. I'm Dr. Jyoti Lakhani from Kolkata. Today I'm moderating this program. I think it is a very important topic to be taken for World Children's Day or Universal Children's Day. In India, it is very important to consider few of the things. We should know why we celebrate this Universal Children Day. It's like investing in our future means investing in our children, which is why the United States nations has designated every November 20 as Universal Children's Day. It is time to promote togetherness around the world, awareness of the problems children are facing in every corner of the globe, and improve the welfare for all children. So November 20th is very important date. This has been started in 1959, and there are two things which was dedicated in 1959. They have declared, that is called as Declaration of the Rights of the Children. In spite of any caste, community, any level, children has the right to get everything which is required in their life in a healthy environment. And second is convention, that is fight for their rights by the government or related to society. So let us just invite our two guests today. First, I would like to invite Dr. Lakshmi Priyade. Ma'am, are you there? Dr. Lakshmi Priyade, ma'am, are you there? Check. I think ma'am is joining. During that time, I would like to tell you little details about this. Since 1990, World Children's Day also marks the anniversary of the date that the UN General Assembly adopted both the Declaration and Convention of the Children's Right. Mother and fathers, teachers, nurses and doctors, government leaders, and civil society activists, religious and community elders, corporate moguls, and media professionals, as well as young people and children themselves, community elders, can play an important role in making World Children's Day relevant for the societies, communities, and nations. World Children's Day offer each of us an inspirational entry point to advocate, promote, and celebrate children's rights, translating into dialogues and actions that will build a better world for the children. I think in Ayurveda, it is very important for people to understand how children are important in our life. Likewise, we can see the immunity of children if we take about the health wise. So we see the immunity of the children has degraded since last few decades. So by adopting Ayurveda from their childhood itself, by giving Ayurvedic immunization in the form of Swan Prashan and little changes to boost their metabolism and improve their health by adopting only Ayurveda is very good. And this in this way, doctors will help us to achieve that healthy state of mind as well as physical state. Both can be achieved very well with the help of Ayurveda. I request through this webinar, I request every Indian to adopt Ayurveda for their children. Since I have two sons, I know how Ayurveda is helping me in a lot of things, and how this one prashan has improved the health of my children. How I have not touched wood, I have not used allopathic medicine since 5 to 6 years. I think they are just 7 and 9 years old, and I haven't used a single allopathy medicines to cure our children. So I request everyone who is watching this that adopt Ayurveda in your life, and it will help you in everything, in not only your children's health, in fact in your own health. Ayurveda doesn't only work on your physical level, it also works on your mental health. We know how Ayurveda is concerned about mental health also. So when we talk about children, it is very important that we should always take care of both of it, their physical health as well as mental, and how as a family we can give them a good environment, a clean environment, a loving, caring environment, that they grow up as a good human being, and this is the future of our nation. Now I would like to call,
Now I would like to request my colleague, my friend, my sister, head of the Department of Prasuti Tantra Stri Rog, Dr. Lakshmi Priyade from Jamnagar. Hari Om, Dr. Lakshmi. वेलकम। अरे दर्शन देव भाई। अग्निहोत्री जी को नमस्कार है।
क्यों ये
नमस्कार सर, नमस्कार।
नमस्ते नमस्ते नमस्ते।
स्क्रीन विजिबल है।
हाँ, लेकिन I
आदरणीय
myself,
डॉक्टर विष्णु प्रसाद
I
शर्मा जी,
myself,
फॉर्मर
हाँ
प्रिंसिपल,
हाँ, या
गवर्नमेंट आयुर्वेदिक कॉलेज गुवाहाटी, स्वागतम स्वागतम। हरिओम लक्ष्मी जी नमस्कार।
नमस्ते 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 नमस्ते।
कली देव दिवाली गई है, आज लक्ष्मी आ गई और क्या चाहिए मुझे।
अरे
जय महादेव, जय
हाँ,
महादेव।
नमस्ते
स्वागतम
नमस्ते
स्वागतम।
नमस्कार डॉक्टर।
हाँ, नमस्ते कि
नमस्ते।
सॉरी फॉर इंटरप्शन। एक्चुअली क्या है कि मैंने,
नमस्कार।
नहीं आ रही है,
हाँ, आवाज नहीं आ
आवाज
रहा
नहीं आ
है,
रही है।
आवाज नहीं आ रहा है,
आ रहा है, आ रहा है।
आ रहा है आवाज।
हाँ हाँ, इट्स
अच्छा
ओके।
अच्छा, तो अभी अभी मैंने जयपुर से पहुंची और रेलवे स्टेशन से सीधा एक मतलब स्टूडेंट के घर में मैंने बोला था कि जस्ट रिफ्रेश होके वो कनेक्ट कर रही थी। ठीक है,
मैम आ
तो
रही है
सॉरी सॉरी फॉर लेट। ओके, जय जगन्नाथ। Om Gurave Namaha, Om Dhanvantaraye Namaha. I am very much proud and grateful to this team, that is the Ayush Samriddhi, and they are doing all the international days. So I am very happy and very much thankful to a strong team, and Vishnu ji, all the Professor V.K. Agnihotri ji, and my dear, my friend, my brother also. He is my just my senior, my brother, elder brother. Always he is guide me, and though I am the classmate, but still then they have given me affection and guidance and advice, because I come from very small institute, and I am not also that much of this Ayurvedic field, but Pavanji, his father and his mother, he is from the Ayurvedic field, so he has very much knowledge, and always he is giving me as his younger sister, that always he is guide me, and always he is giving the affectionate. So I am very much proud of you and grateful to you, and I am thankful to you, Pavanji. And always when I tell, then he is always giving this opportunity. So this is a very good opportunity for me, and through this Zandu and this Ayush Samriddhi, the and this independent research of ethics society, uh, combined with this Vishwa Ayurveda Parishad, they are doing such a noble work. So I bow my head to all your team, to the organizer, to the chairperson, co-chairperson, moderator, coordinator, and the main, that is the key, who is doing it, that is the Pawan Sharma ji. So namaste, namaste Pavan ji, namaste. So let us start our this now can I share my slide, madam? Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. You can, please, ma'am.
Okay, I may share this my slide. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. It's already visible. You can start, ma'am.
Okay. Mama, asuni. Now the slide is visible, I think.
Yes, ma'am. It's visible.
Okay. So today is the Universal Children's Day.
Ma'am, just
Really?
start that play that upper button.
Upper button.
Slideshow, ma'am.
Now
Start
it is
slideshow.
so it is in slideshow position. I have
Yeah,
done in
ma'am.
slideshow, but it is not visible.
Yes, ma'am. It is visible, but the mode is not moving. Share slide, ma'am. That upper one.
That
This one. On your left side.
so left side, what is?
There is one button. Okay, let me
It is not visible, madam. The total slide is not visible.
Yes, ma'am, it is visible. You when you start when
Now
you
I
put on that button, you will start sharing it, ma'am.
so now
It
I
will
have
move.
already been shared. So it is
Okay,
not.
ma'am. Start. Let me see.
Okay, okay, madam. So today, on the eve of this Universal Children's Day, so it is a very noble work that what madam has already been elaborate that what is the role of the Ayurveda and how this crucial moment, because this is a very crucial moment, the when the adolescents and the children, they are becoming the misguidance and they are the wayward and what to do and what not to do, that they have not any proper decision making, that what they have to do for the future. So to make a nation, and it is very very essential to guide our or to develop the children's future for the next generation, because balam hi balam rashtrasya. So without these children, the nation, the society, the family, the universe, all it will be either it will destroy, or if we will prepare
Ma'am, your
them or
slides are
develop
not
them.
moving, ma'am. You have
Slides,
to no, not moving. You have to put on a button. ऊपर आपको एक button on करना पड़ेगा. Play slideshow.
play slides. So
ऊपर लेफ्ट पे देखिए एक बटन है, एकदम ऊपर जहाँ पे साइड पे आपके सारे ये आ रहे हैं ना.
मैडम मेरा तो कुछ ऊपर से कुछ बटन आ ही नहीं रहा है.
मैम ऊपर होगा वो, आपके प्रेजेंटेशन के ऊपर देखिए एक स्लाइड शो का लाइक साइन दिख रहा है. शेयर स्लाइड्स और शेयर
नहीं मैडम, स्लाइड शो मोड में नहीं आ रहा है क्या?
नहीं मैम, आपकी स्लाइड्स मूव नहीं कर रही हैं मैम.
नहीं, यहाँ तो मूव कर रहा है मैडम. मैंने जो
मैम,
कर
यहाँ
रही हूँ देखिए मूव कर रहा है अभी.
मैम एक बार आप बंद करके वापस स्टार्ट करिए मैम. प्लीज स्टार्ट इट अगेन.
ओके ओके, बंद करके फिर स्टार्ट करिए.
शेयर करिए पहले अपने 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 लैपटॉप से. नीचे देखिए शेयर बटन है.
ओके ओके ओके, मैं पहले स्टॉप करती हूँ फिर से शेयर करती हूँ. ठीक है मैडम.
हाँ मैम.
Now it is visible, madam. Hello. Madam, now it is visible.
Yes ma'am, it is visible.
Okay.
Now
So-
move the slides. I can see.
Yeah.
Yes ma'am, it's fine now.
Okay.
Yeah ma'am, fine ma'am, please carry on.
Okay. Okay, madam. So okay. So balam hi balam rashtrasya. So for this, to make a country in a very constructive way, so there is need of this young mass and the children. Without the children, we can't make a this is the सोने का चिड़िया जो भारत का है, हम बनाना बिल्कुल ये स्वप्न हम साकार नहीं कर सकते अगर हमारे बच्चे अगर ठीक से हम पैदा नहीं करें. और कि जैसे भरत, जैसे शिवाजी, ये सब जन्म हुए हैं, तो उसी तरीका से ही बच्चा ही हमको चाहिए जो फ्यूचर जनरेशन के लिए. और अभी जो ऐसे क्रुशियल मोमेंट में है कि अभी अभी सब लोगों ने देखा होगा कि जो है क्रूज पार्टी में कैसे ड्रग्स का ये करके था, और लोग बैचलर पार्टी का ही ये कर रहे हैं. और देख रहे हैं कि ओल्ड एज होम में जब ये सीनियर सिटीजन है, जो माता पिता एक बार जन्म दिया था बच्चा को, वो बुढ़ापा में ओल्ड एज होम ही देख रहे हैं. उनके पास कोई नहीं है, पैसा है, बहुत बड़ा मकान है, बैंक बैलेंस है, गाड़ी है, ड्राइवर है, सब कुछ है, लेकिन जो नहीं है वो अपने लोग नहीं है, अपना ही बच्चा नहीं है, अपना ही हार्ट अपने पास नहीं है. वो कहाँ है? वो अमेरिका में जॉब कर रहा है, कुछ पैसा भेज देता है, नहीं तो फिर वो भूल ही जाता है. और ऐसे भी देखो जो आतंकवादी है, वो भी तो किसी एक मम्मी पापा का औलाद थे, वो तो एक दिन उनका मम्मी पापा सोचते थे ये बच्चा बड़ा होके ही एक बहुत अच्छा इंसान बनेगा। तो ये एक टाइम है, जैसे आचार्य हरिहर बोले थे कि भला मनीष हुआ ओडिया में, मतलब बी ए ह्यूमन बी and with the humanity. So this is the main situation, that how we will change this, motivate our children, and how to develop our children to a constructive way, to a positive manner, and to the physically and psychologically and spiritually make them healthy, to make the healthy India and the healthy universe and healthy family and healthy human being. So this is the need of this era, that is the young mass moves in destructive way, addicted drugs, alcohol, sex, sedentary life, habituated the fast food, junk foods, unhealthy soft and hard drinks. Then the developing the NCD day by day, that is that more persons are died not due to the disease but due to the NCD, that is the non-communicable diseases like heart disease, kidney disorders, lungs disorders, liver disorder, then brain stroke, heart stroke, cancer, and infections like the tuberculosis, the flu, then the chikungunya, now new diseases like dengue, and now we all have suffered from this pandemic situation, that is the corona. And I don't know how many, each and every family members, they have come across this pandemic and this pathetic situations also. So due to this urbanization, industrialization, and the concrete, making the concrete jungle that is developing, so the cyclone, super cyclone, T tsunami, earthquake, it is increasing day by day, and taking so many lives. And so again, the selfishness is top level. Nobody wants to be dedicated or sacrifice anything. Even you see that is the small boy, the small child also, if you take his or her toy, then he or she will take, oh, it is mine, my papa has been brought. So from the health sector and the politics, if you see, then it become not to the social service, it become a resource for the income. It is a main business sector, and all become the materialistic, and a joint family become now converting to the nuclear family. Elders respect, old parents become now helpless, searching the old age home. The solution is the future nation, to make the future nation, society, family, and the self. So right time to our awake and take care. So sanskara nama gunantar dhama. In this sanskara, bisa also we can use as the life-saving drug. So why not the human being we can create for the next generation in the noble soul? Why you can't be the invite? So similarly, we can change the next generation and save the world through our Ayurveda. And for this, the aims and objective of this comprehensive care of the children through the Ayurveda is prevention of the congenital disorders and disabilities, then improvement of the physical and psychological and spiritual development, then promote the intellectual development and activities, promote the healthy, then the dietary habit and lifestyle, then improvement of the immunity, strength, and prevention of the disease. So what may be the components for the comprehensive care? So first of all, we have to, for the healthy, from the healthy tree, we can take the suppose, or we can suppose to take its seeds for this next plantation. So similarly, the parents are now the tree for the next seed, that is the selection of the proper partner for the marriage. And again, the pre-conception care, that is the proper partner means proper age and with the proper health. Then the preconceptional care. So now that is the designer baby, but there is from the Vedic era, that is the preconceptional care, or this garbhadhana vidhi, it has been mentioned from the Vedic era. So how to get the child by choice, not by chance. So we have to do all the physical, psychological, and the spiritually how to get a healthy baby. Then after the conception, again the antenatal care or the Garbhini Paricharya. So through the Garbhini Paricharya, Ahara, Vihara and Achara, so it will give a noble baby to the society. Then during the intrapretum care, that is the during this Prasava care, then after the delivery, then neonatal care and the child care and adolescent care. So begin with the parents, that is the Vivaha Sanskara or the marriage, that is the selection of the partner, that is the age of the parents. So in Ayurveda, it has been mentioned, everybody know that is the elderly primary, there is more chances of the deformed baby. So Ayurveda has told for the male, that is it the 25 years, that is the marital age, and the for the female it is the 16 age. But for the conception, here it is very nicely told that is the for the female 22 to 32, that is the it should be family should be completed. We know that is the it is the dhatu purna avastha of the female, so that if the baby will be born, then it will be all dhatu will be purti, and so the baby will be free from the disease. Then non-congenous, that is the atulya gotriya adhyaya. Atulya gotra, the similar gotra should not be there to the prevent the genetic disorders. Then absence of hereditary disorder, then the psychologically, socially, and the spiritual aspect, that if the both parents they have not mentally ready for to give birth of the baby, then it will also create a problem or the barrier for the next generation. So then garbhadhana sanskara or the preconceptional care. So in Ayurveda, it has been mentioned that is the Panchkarma therapy or the Sodhana therapy before going to the conception, before planning for the conception, because that is the Birjam Karmukatva Bhavati, Virechana Birjam Karmukatva Bhavati. That means it is the more potensity, give the potensity to this bija, that is the sperm and ovum both, the for the fertilization and to form a very the disease-less the baby or the zygote. Then the diet and lifestyle modification, that is the by the Rutukalacharya and the Rajakalacharya. We everybody know that is the Sukra is the Sita Snigdha and Artava is the Usna Snigdha. So diet in the Rutukalacharya should be given to the, that is the Paitika Ahara Vihara to the mother, and the Kaphaja Ahara Vihara, that is the Sita Snigdha, that is the Khira, Gruta, all these things should be given to the male partner. Then psychologically aspect, that is it should be, so if this partners are quarreling and then their copulation and then their conception is there, so that maybe we can't suspect that it will be a good person, but it's so the mind setup should be there, and it is a cool mind, and in this the ovulation period must be there. Then the environmental factors, we should not advise to use that they are seeing this blue pictures and there is the copulation and then there is the baby is born. That should not be there. That should be the very cool, peaceful environment for the copulation. Then the days of the coitus, that which is the Ayurveda is been mentioned, that is the even day for the male and the odd day for the female, and Amavasya, Sankranti, then this Purnami, then Trayodasi, all the coitus should be prevented. That it will be not only it will give the potentiality to the semen, and even in the just the moonlight, that is the Suklapakya, the it has been studied. I have follow one article that in the Suklapakya there is the potentiality of the sperm is increased. Then the position of the coitus, then the spiritual aspects, and both partners' mental condition also depend upon the future baby during the copulation. Then after the conception, then again the Garbhini Paricharya is very, very essential. This is the 9 month that is the pregnancy, which the Ahara, Vihara, and a achara is done by the mother, it reflect to the baby and for the future also. So this 9 month, it has been given a guide for the 90 years of the after the birth of the baby. So this is the 6 factors, that is matruja bhava, pitruja bhava, then the atmaja bhava, sattvaja, that is the mental condition, and satmeja bhava, that is it will be satmeja means wholesome diet, it will be prevent from the diseases, and the nutritional, that is the rasaj bhava also. These 6 factors, it will give the very healthy baby from the healthy mother. So again, that is the during this antenatal period, that is the garbhapaghatakara bhava, which is advised by our acharyas, it should be prohibited. Then and then only we can get the healthy child. Then faulty dietary habit and the lifestyle of the mother also give a adverse effect to the future child. So some dietary factors which is mentioned in our text, that is the excessive consumption of the sweet. So that if the mother is daily take the sweets, it has been mentioned the cold and the sweet sita madhura dravapaya ahara, it should be in the early pregnancy. But if the mother will take daily the sweet and excessive sweet, then the future baby may be prone to the diabetes. Then excessive consumption of this sour food, that maybe create the bleeding disorder, the blood disorders, or the skin disorders, or the eye disorder also. Then excessive consumption of the salt food item, that is the early onset of the wrinkleness, gray hair, baldness also. Excessive consumption of the pungent substance, then maybe the weak baby. Excessive consumption of the bitter substance, the baby, future baby may be emaciated, may be weak. Excessive consumption of the astringent or the kasaya pradhanya, there may be the black complexion or suffering from the constipation also. Excessive consumption meat, godhugdha, etc. So urinary disorder may be, or the urinary calculi. Excessive consumption of the pork, that is the this fish item, that is the, it may be the red eyes and the rough body. Excess consumption fish can be the create the eye disorders also. So activities of the mother that create the adverse effect on child is the sleeping for the long hours. So that the future baby may be dull or the less talent and the poor digestive capacity. Excessive sleeping in open air and working at night, the mentally challenged child. Addicted to the wine or alcohol preparation, the ever the thirsty or the fickle minded. Induction of too many quarreling and the fight, that the pregnant mother, that child may be the epileptic. Then the physiological development of the child, that is the important role of the parents, and the event of the antenatal period, especially related to the auditory, the stimuli, that is the sapta vishes karani, the punna mata pitru, sattwani, antarvartini, shrutischara, yaviknam. So this also during this antenatal period, after the 4 month, that is the hrudavastha, so the baby can hear, baby can be react, baby can have the decision also to the pressure, to the light, and to the sound. Then the intrapretum care or the prasav care. So during this labor, so it is a very vividly mentioned in our text that how this sutika gara should be mentioned, should be prepared, and what are the emergency medicines there, how the 4 experts they have to do this prasava, and how they have this the stimulate the sensory organs, auditory system by the making some sound by the rocks, and then giving some this encouraging the mentally, and the counseling the mother for that for the child that for the during this labor. Then they should be very aware about the complication of the labor, prolonged or obstructed labor. In Ayurveda, it has been mentioned that is the One labor should not be this in two sunrise. That means it should not be more than 24 hours. So this is, we can call the prolonged or the obstetric labor according to the Ayurveda. They have known that is the partogram at that time, but they have diagnosed very nicely. So then the any birth injury, any birth asphyxia, it can create the developmental disorders. Then the neonatal care. So just after the immediate delivery, so there is mentioned that is the pran pratyagamana vidhi. So how the pran pratyagamana and the resuscitation of the measures. Then the giving, this is the Suvarna Prasan also. It is the first vaccination which we can say it has been mentioned in Ayurveda, that the Suvarna Prasan just after the delivery. Then cleansing the orifice, Siropichu, the Abhyanga. I will tell that this Siropichu is very, very essential for the baby, because you know in our institute, I myself have done more than 500, that is the vacuum delivery, but no baby has been developed as the CP child. So I think the Siropichu, which is giving Balatala by the Balatala in our institute, it may be preventing this CP, which is the giving the trauma during the delivery. Then the Abhyanga of the Balatala, then the Snana by the medicated water. And then the Jatakarma Sanskar also. So Jatakarma Sanskara, this rite is very, very essential for the future baby. And it prevents so many diseases also. Then the proper breastfeeding. Then the Rakhya Karma, that is, it can be protected mother and baby from the various diseases during this Sutika period or the neonatal period. Then the recommendation of the neonatal care unit and the child of nursery as per the Ayurveda, that is constructed by an expert in architecture by the Vastu Vidya. Then it should be attractive, devoid of darkness, protected from the excessive air entry. It should be well lightning, that is the sunlight should be there. Then farm, then safe and attack of the safe from the attack of animal. It is not the animal at that time, but that time there was animal, but we can take that it is the krumi or the insect for the infection. It should be safe. Then well compartmentalized into the areas for water storage, for grinding, for lavatory, bathroom, kitchen, etc. Then fit for all the season. And a bed, seats, mat, etc. set the accordance with the respective season. The house shall be well protected and the prerequisites rituals are conducted. Hygiene and availability of the medical service also must be ensured. Then recommendation as per the Ayurvedic classics, that the recommendation regarding the bed and the fabrics used for the child, that is bed, bed sheet, then the cloths used for the child should be soft, should be light, clean, and the pleasant smelling. Once contaminated with sweat or excretes, germs, urine, or fecal matter, then must be discarded or the clean, dried, and fumigated, and then the reused. Then the recommendation of the selection of the toys by our acharyas, that toys for the baby must be diverse, must be sound producing, attractive, light, devoid of the sharp edge, non-swallowable, and non-dangerous, non-frightenable. So influence of the caretaker of the child. We know now everybody is maximum the working lady, they are depending upon the maid. So what should be influence? That is the quality of the dhatri. At that time also it has been mentioned. So we should know the qualities of dhatri, given the special given the special importance. Influence of the physical, psychological, behavioral, and intellectual development. Then training of achara rasayana. Then the child nutrition, it should be breastfeeding. Then some lehas are there, it has been mentioned, and suvarna prasana, then arna prasana, phala prasana, this for the child nutrition. And it is the, now we are giving all these market foods, but but we should be prepared in our homely foods, and we should give the baby for proper nutrition, because it will be fresh and the food value will be more than that of the we have taken from the market, and free from the preservative also. Then the different type of modak are explained. Example, that is the Priyalajati modaka. The child should be trained for the proper technique of the dietary intake, that is the Ahar Vidhi, from early childhood itself. Then promotion of the healthy lifestyle, that we should be maintained, that is the Dinacharya, Rutucharya, then the Vyayama, proper exercise through the indoor or the outdoor games, then the yoga, pranayama, and a friendly education. So, Adhyayana Vidhi, that is explained in our classic, may be the modified as per the contemporary view. Quality of the teachers. So, Guru also, they have in our text, it has been mentioned, that is the Lakshanas or the features of the good or the best teacher. So, we should be choice the best teacher, not like that this is the English medium or the Odia medium or this regional medium, but if whatever the language may be, but if there is the talent and the innovative thoughts are there, can create by this and the affection, and so the baby will positively, it will develop. Otherwise, if it is she or he will be tortured, then it will be create the mental stress and strain, which will hamper the intellectual power of the baby. So it should be focused on mental, behavioral, intellectual, social development, provide the chance for the improving their skills. Then adolescent care, including education, counseling, and the knowledge by the mother for the how this for the menses, how it is occurring, and for the changes in the body of the male and female. All these it should be given. The first counseling or first teaching giving should be by the mother or by the parents. Create the interest for the plantation, how to behave the environment, then the eco-friendly, then animal to the other people also, then how to behave with the elders, with the gurus, and habit to worship of the god, then habit of the meditation, pranayama, yoga, and visit the various ashramas, gurus. Then it will be positively create some spiritual health to the baby, and positively he will be develop the positive mind and the innovative thoughts also it will be developed, and the respect to the elders and affection to the youngers, it will be developed, and the sacrificing nature also. So the current scenario, if you see the influence of the technology, that is, you see, this is the all these childs, they are busy with their laptop, with their tab, or with the mobiles. So it, and you see how the all are sitting, but nobody is talking, nobody is playing. So which is, it is hampering their future development. So now you see the drugs party, bachelor party, it should be avoided. Then conclusion. So comprehensive child care for the future generation begins right from the preconceptional care, and mainly it starts from this Vivaha Sanskar of the parents, then the preconception care, antenatal care, interpretum care, and a neonatal care explained in Ayurveda classics are having the ultimate aim of getting a healthy child in all aspects. Proper implementation of these are necessary. Childcare through proper training in Dinacharya, Rutucharya, Ahar Vidhi, Achara Rasayana, then Adhyayana can impact a great influence in developing of the outstanding future generation. This should be modified according to the current scenario and implemented. We can change the future by what we do today. Bale Purusha ko hi divya bhakti. So prevention is better than cure. So by this we can be Swasthya Samriddhi Bharat we can make, and so thank you once again. I am thank you to Pawan Sharma ji and his whole team for giving me this opportunity to share my thoughts in such a learning platform. So thank you to all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I would like to call Dr. Virender Kumar. He's Professor, Kumarabhritya Apex Institute of Ayurveda Medicine, Chunar, Mirzapur. Welcome, sir.
थैंक यू ऑल। मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ जी सर, एकदम क्लियर है।
मेरी स्क्रीन जा रही है?
हाँ जी सर,
स्क्रीन आ गई?
हम देख सकते हैं।
Okay, thank you. So, good afternoon, everybody, dear friends. First of all, I would like to thank and congratulate Dr. P.K. Sharma ji and whole team of Independent Research Ethics Society and Zandu and AVP Prasad to organize this webinar on Universal Children's Day. I also congratulate Dr. Lakshmi ma'am for wonderful inaugurating lecture. I start my talk with words of Chacha Nehru, our first Prime Minister of India, who dedicated his birthday 14th November as Children's Day. His vision was the children of today will make the India of tomorrow. We bring them up like and determine the future of the country. So, child is the father of man. It is also a saying of William Wordsworth. As the childhood is the period of shaping our adulthood, means a man is the product of habits, behavior, nutrition, and environment he or she has gone through in the childhood. And that's why our Sanatan Dharma talks about taking care of the shaping humanity since it's in the womb by means of Garbha Samskar. And from even before, that is from the preparation of a would-be father and a would-be mother who are going to give birth to a child, which can lead the family, society, nation, and the generation to the next level. And that's why the Kasyapa praise the branch of medicine which deals children and says, whom we rear and nurture become the subject of the physicians of other branches. Komar Bhrityanam Ashtanam Tantranam Adyam Uchate Devanam Yuhabapa Anen hi Sambardhitam Itere Chikitsanti Balasya Hridyam Osadam Anyat Pramanam Anyat Upakramo Anyat Sa विशेषा। तो यहाँ पर उन्होंने ये बात बताई कि जो बच्चे हैं वो स्पेशल केयर के लिए हकदार हैं और यही बात आज भी हम कहते हैं कि एवरी चाइल्ड हैज द राइट टू बी बोर्न वेल, राइट टू होलसम फैमिली लाइफ, right to be raised well and become contributing member of any society basic needs, right to access what they need to have a good life, right to education, right to play and enjoy their youth, be protected from danger, live in productive environment, and right to be cared for in the absence of their parent or guardian, good governance, and every child has the right to freedom and peace. So the blue color is the symbol for children rights on Children's Day. We can show our support by turning blue on 20th November every year. The Universal Children's Day was first established in 1954. All the UN member countries celebrate Children's Day according to their specified dates. Children's Day is a fun day, but with a serious message. Theme for this year is children have the right to meet together and to join groups and organizations as long as this does not stop other people from enjoying their rights. So come together to discuss the issues that affect their lives. Dear friends, as we all know, we are not going to live here on the earth forever. And we have to hand over the baton to someone else to carry forward the learnings and knowledge to pass it on to the next generations. And that's why to reproduce itself by one way or the other has been the basic instinct of any living being, be it a virus, a cell, or a plant, or a multi-system mammalian. Everywhere there is a struggle for existence. And that's why Charak talks about Supraja, because it only can be expected from a Sarvagun Sampanna Supraja Santan that it will be capable to deal and cope up with the challenges to sustain beyond the storms in the life ahead. So childbirth should never be an accident, but a well-planned, well-desired, and well-dreamt event in the family. That's why we talk about Garbha Sanskar, which was very well dealt by Lakshmi ma'am. I'm also telling some views from that. One of the most important factors affecting the health of a newborn is the health of the parents. So Ayurveda recommends that both parents should undergo Panchakarma, Rasayana and Vajikarna therapies before they wish to conceive a child. This helps to prevent their vikritis to be passed on to the baby. Once conception is achieved, the mother should follow the Garbha Sanskara measures to incorporate good qualities into the fetus. Relaxed routine during pregnancy, reading spiritual books and thinking of their ideal characters which they like most, chanting mantras, taking month-wise mentioned a specified diet for every 9 months, Masanumasik Dincharya, Masanumasik regimens, receiving regular abhyanga, doing gentle and restorative yogasana and meditation, etc. And as we have discussed earlier, every child is a precious one. So the first and foremost care after a very well cared 9 months in womb is the care at delivery time. The birth of a child is a very crucial moment. Any inability, incompetence, imperfection, or ignorance can lead a disability for whole of the life. So a very well trained and learned comorbidity should be present at the time of delivery, who can take care of any emergency, any exigency needing neonatal resuscitation. After that, umbilical cord care and role of a proper nutrition care comes into the picture. Father of comorbidity, Lord Kasyapa has said at least 4,000 to 6,000 years BC. न च आहार समम किंचित भय सज्जम उपलब्धते शक्यते अपि अन्न मात्रेण नरः कर्तुं निरामया. आहार के समान कोई भी औषध द्रव्य इस जगत में नहीं है. केवल आहार मात्र से ही रोगी के रोग का निवारण किया जा सकता है. And this thought was also perceived by father of medicine Hippocrates in 400 BC. He also said, let food be thy medicine and medicine be thy food. So good, proper and timely diet itself is a good medicine. That's why Lord Kasyapa puts foundation stone of good health by offering gold with grit and honey as a first food to the newborn in the form of Swarna Prasana. And he observed that the child taking it does not become ill. It means it works as a Vyadhi Bal Virodhitvakar or Vyadhi Anutpadakatvakar, or in the modern terms, an immunity enhancer. If taken for 1 month, that's Swarna Prasana, the child becomes Param Medhavi. And if taken for up to 6 months, it becomes Srutadhar. Means he or she can even learn things only by listening. That is very well said by our Acharya Kasyapa. Drabyanam lehiniyanam vidisya upadekshite vigrisya dhote disat prang mukhi langunam guna amatya madhu sarpibhyam lehed kankam sisum subarna prasnami etad medha ayurbal vardhanam आयुष्यम मंगलम पुण्यम वृष्यम वर्ण्यम ग्रहापहम मासात परम मेधावी व्याधिर् न चदृश्यते षड्वीर मासे तु सुधरा सुवर्ण प्राशनात् भवे. इसीलिए हम लोग स्वर्ण प्राशन का प्रयोग आज हमारे यूपी के सभी आयुर्वेदिक कॉलेजेस में आयुर्वेदिक इम्यूनाइजेशन के रूप में नवजात से लेकर 16 वर्ष तक के बच्चों के लिए प्रत्येक पुष्य नक्षत्र में कर रहे हैं. जिसकी शुरुआत मैंने ही सर्वप्रथम ललित हरि आयुर्वेदिक कॉलेज पीलीभीत में रहते हुए 1 फरवरी 2018 को माननीय चिकित्सा शिक्षा मंत्री डॉक्टर धर्म सिंह सैनी जी के करकमलों से उद्घाटन के बाद किया था. नवजात शिशु को हाइपोग्लाइसीमिया, न्यूनेटल जॉन्डिस के खतरे विशेष रूप से रहते हैं और इन दोनों से बचाव के लिए शहद और घृत, जो कि हाई कैलोरी और लोकल पोलन ग्रेन से रिच हैं, का उपयोग स्वर्ण प्राशन में बहुत ही वैज्ञानिक रूप से किया गया है, क्योंकि यह मेकोनियम का बावल से फास्ट क्लियरेंस भी कराता है और जिसके कारण न्यूनेटल जॉन्डिस से भी बच्चों को जल्दी से जल्दी निजात दिलाता है और साथ ही इम्यूनिटी एनहांसिंग के इनके सारे गुणों की उपयोगिता जो है आज के अध्ययन भी स्वीकार करते हैं. सो आयुर्वेदा फोकसेस ऑन स्ट्रेंथनिंग द इम्यूनिटी, नॉट द इन्वेडिंग ऑर्गेनिज्म. In today's era of modern world, it is very easy to lose touch with the immunizing and healing power of our surrounding biosphere, which plays a big role to immunize our body. So we should let our children to play and expose with nature. But contrary to this, from the moment a child is born, he is literally injected with the belief that his or her immune system is not capable of doing its job properly. So better to avoid them to be exposed to the nature or surrounding. And going for higher and higher antibiotics every time, we challenge the pathogen organism to struggle for its existence. And it's nature's phenomena that life creates some way or the other for its existence, resulting into a new or resistant variety of organisms stands in our way, as we have seen currently in COVID-19 era. Different strains, mutants, variants of interest, variants of concern coming day by day in our way of saving the humanity. Even threat of new wave is still there. Of course, sometimes antibiotics may be necessary, But all too often, they could be substituted by a safer and more natural approach of Ayurveda, which has much to offer in the way of gentle and effective healthcare and disease prevention for children through diet and lifestyle only. We take some general problems for now. Take common cold and fever. Cold or flu in children is very common and is often associated with the cold and damping qualities of kapha and which cause low appetite, nasal or chest congestion, malaise, and sometimes mild to moderate fever, and can easily be taken care of with herbal and dietary guidelines, which is an effective means of supporting and strengthening their immune system. Actually, jwara, fever, is the body's natural way of burning arm. So it is important not to suppress it whenever possible. Although fevers above 102 degree should always be lowered and kept within safe limits. So what can be offered? First, the child should take rest and drink plenty of warm liquids to support the Agni digestive fire and the elimination of And it is best not to force food upon them, as it can cause further production of Warm ginger tea added with equal parts of ST madhu, licorice root, and honey is a good to kindle Agni, and it helps liquefy and expectorate the phlegm. If there is chest congestion or restricted breathing, then warm Mahanarayan or sesame oil or ghee with a pinch of rock or black salt can be massaged onto the chest, followed by a eucalyptus stream inhalation or long inhalation or the ajwain oil instillation. We can further use Tulsi tea. Tulsi tea was very well established in the COVID-19 era. Tulsi, adrak, dalchini, kali mirch works wonder for cough, congestion in the lungs and sinuses, also lowering fever by promoting sweating. This breaks fever when nothing else works. Rubbing fresh onion juice to the child's navel region while applying a cool cloth to the forehead of baby to low down the fever and protect the brain even when fever does not get down after PCM. Also, pomegranate or fresh orange juice is nutritious and effective to control fever. Some typical Ayurvedic formulations are also there. सहस्त्रकोटि अभ्रक भस्म श्रृंग भस्म बाल चातुर भद्र संजीवनी बटी त्रिभुवन कीर्ति रस सीतोपलादि तालिसादि चूर्ण लवंगादि बटी व्योसादि बटी गोजीवादि क्वाथ सिरिसादि क्वाथ we can use judiciously. Atisar or loose stools are another life-threatening problem. Any negligence leads to dehydration, leading hospitalization, which is nowadays costly also. And more than that, it engages the only earning person of the family to get bread and butter for the family. So early and effective formula is needed at home where the diarrhea originates. So Lajamand and homemade solution of nimbu, salt, sugar in boiled water are the best and readily available also. Leaves of gudahal and guava are also commonly used antidiarrheals used in our homes. Krimi. Another health concerns common in children is krimi. Worm and parasite infestations is very common in children. It causes constipation, diarrhea, abdominal pain, flatulence, anemia, anorexia, increased appetite, tendency of eating clay, pica, and itching of the anus. Causes for Atisar and Krimi include eating contaminated foods and drinks, which we see in our daily routine. Raw vegetables are foods that are difficult to digest. Poor eating habits or contact with animal feces and uncleanliness are the main causes of Atisar and Krimi. A few good tips are to avoid eating excessive sweets, fried foods, fast foods, uncooked grain, flour, such as cookies and bread. And also tell children to wash their hands after touching any animal, even their own pets. And hand washing, especially before eating, should be made must. A simple household remedy for threadworm, pinworm, and roundworm is to take 3 to 5 drops of fresh onion juice diluted in 1 teaspoon of boiled lukewarm water 3 times daily. Himbu, ajwain, methi, and black salt is also commonly used for Atisar and Krimi. Some typical medicines used for these conditions are Bal Chatur Bhadra, Agni Kundi Bati, Kutaj Ghan Bati, Krimi Mudgar Ras, Kutaja Rest, Vedanga Rest, and Krimi Kutar Ras, etc. Malnutrition. Malnutrition is also a very common problem in the children, described as Fak, Shwas, Shosh, or Karsh in the Samhitas, and the main cause, as the name itself suggests, is due to lack of nutrition, either due to lack of availability of the food, or due to lack of digestion, or due to lack of assimilation. So providing nutrients is the first and foremost thing. Further, the digestion and assimilation should be the key of the malnutrition to be taken care of. Atisar or loose stools are generally the aggravating factor, which can be handled by improving the agni of the baby. In the light of above facts, we can say that a good prescription must possess some of these drugs like ashwagandha, shatauri, vidarikand, amla, haritiki, madhu, etc. We have prepared a modak laddu as described under. अभी नीचे हम बताते हैं कि कैसे हमने उसको बनाया था. And under has been found very effective in malnourished children. जो malnourished children होते हैं उनके लिए हम लोगों ने एक मोदक तैयार किया था और उसको हमने गवर्नमेंट आयुर्वेदिक कॉलेज वाराणसी में रहते हुए उसको जो है कोविड-19 एरा के पहले सितंबर 2019 में इसको मैंने पहली बार बनाया और इसको डिस्ट्रीब्यूट किया. और इसकी सेल्फ लाइफ भी इतनी बढ़िया थी कि 4 सितंबर 2019 को बनाने के बाद 23 मार्च को जब ये जो है लॉकडाउन लगा था तब तक मैंने इसको लगातार बंटवाया और बिना किसी ना कोई फंगल जो है उसमें ग्रोथ हुई ना किसी तरह से और ना किसी तरह से नुकसान पहुंचा. सो करेंटली इट इज बीन डिस्ट्रीब्यूटेड इन द नियर बाई स्कूल. और आजकल हम लोग इसको जो है अपने आसपास के जो स्कूल्स कॉलेजेस हैं उनमें डिविजनल आयुर्वेदिक ऑफिसर वाराणसी के माध्यम से इसको हम लोग डिस्ट्रीब्यूट करा रहे हैं. और ये हमारा आयुर्पोषक मोदक था जिसमें हमने गेहूं की मात्रा 1 kg, जौ की मात्रा 1/2 kg, ज्वार, बाजरा, सावा और कोदो इनके आटे की मात्रा 125 से 25 ग्राम और सोयाबीन 250 ग्राम भिगो कर रख देने के बाद इसके बाद जो है इसको पेस्ट बना के फिर धीमी आंच में भून करके फिर इसका पाउडर बना लेते हैं. और इसी तरह से अलसी को भून करके इसका पाउडर बना लेते हैं. इसी तरह चंद्रसूर, अश्वगंधा, शतावरी, ब्राह्मी चूर्ण 25-25 ग्राम की मात्रा में ले लेते हैं. बादाम, चिरौंजी और मखाना इनका 50-50 ग्राम इनको भून करके रख के इनका पाउडर बना के. हल्दी, सोंठ और गोंद इनको भी 25-25 ग्राम इनको भी एक फ्राई करके और उसके बाद जो है यूज कर सकते हैं. गोघृत 500 ग्राम यूज किया था और मधु 100 ml और गुड़ 250 ग्राम. तो इनको सब सामान्य विधि में जैसे घरों में लड्डू बनाए जाते हैं वैसे ही सभी खाद्यान्न घृत में भून करके गुड़ का पाक बना करके अंत में हल्का शीत होने पर औषधि द्रव्यों के चूर्ण और मधु मिलाकर घृत के साथ 25-25 ग्राम के लड्डू बनाकर सुबह शाम प्रयोग करने से कुपोषण की समस्या से निश्चित मुक्ति मिलती है. और इसका हम लोगों ने लगातार प्रयोग करा के देखा. सो बच्चों में दिमाग या जिसको ब्रेन या मस्तिष्क या उनकी जो है मेधा शक्ति के बारे में बात करें ये भी एक बहुत ही इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है. बिकॉज लर्निंग इज ए लार्ज एंड मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पार्ट ऑफ द चाइल्डहुड. सो वी स्टार्ट विद द स्वर्ण प्रार्थना सिंस द बर्थ ऑफ द चाइल्ड. और इस स्वर्ण प्राशन को हम लोग मेध जैसे पहले अभी हमने श्लोक में बताया था कि डॉक्टर हमारे महर्षि कश्यप ने इसका वर्णन किया है कि ये मेध है, बल्य है, वर्ण है, सभी तरह से जो है. और ये यहाँ तक कि इसको प्रयोग करने के बाद बच्चे श्रुतधर हो जाते हैं. सो वी शुड यूज दिस स्वर्ण प्रार्थना इन द babies up to 16 years. Also, we should not forget about 4 major dravyas: Mandu, Parni, Yashti, Madhu, Guduchi, and Sangpushpi also. Sangpushpi is a popular herb for promoting memory and intelligence. Along with Brahmi, is also used to treat depression, psychosis, epilepsy, and ADHD, attention deficit hyperactivity disorders. Name of Brahmi is also associated with Saraswati, the goddess of wisdom, because it is one of the best nervine tonic for rejuvenating the mind. Some other herbs such as Jatamansi, Sangpushpi, Vacha, Ashwagandha, Jyotismati are also very useful for improving memory. These two herbs, Sangpushpi and Brahmi, combined with equal part of Vacha, are used for speech problem also. Saraswata Churn is also used for treating speech disorder, as well as a wide variety of Vata disorder of the mind, nervous and digestive system also. It contains herbs like Ashwagandha, Vacha, Sangpushpi, Ajwain, Cumin, and rock salt. It is safe and palatable also. Other typical Ayurvedic medicines to consider for rejuvenating the mind and the nervous system are Brahmi Vati, Smriti Sagar Ras, Brahma Rasayan, Ashwagandha Rist, and Brahmi Grit, etc. Some common questions are asked from us. मेरा बच्चा 15 दिन का है, वो कई बार हरी पीली टट्टी कर रहा है, तो पता करने को पता चलता है कि बच्चे को बोतल से दूध पिलाया जा रहा है. भरसक माँ का दूध ही पिलाएं. अत्यंत आवश्यक ना हो तो बोतल से बचें, क्योंकि ये अपने आप में ही संक्रमण का एक बहुत ही बड़ा कारण होता है. और ज्यादा आवश्यकता पड़े तो नजदीकी बालों विशेषज्ञ को दिखा सकते हैं. ऐसे ही मेरे बच्चे को बार बार सर्दी जुकाम लग जाता है, ये भी एक कॉमन प्रॉब्लम होती है. तो मौसम के बदलाव इसका एक मुख्य कारण होता है. और सभी बच्चों को जो है एक्सक्लूसिवली स्वर्ण प्राशन जरूर कराएं, किसी भी बच्चे को छोड़ने बिना. तो हम लोग एक ड्राइव चला के स्वर्ण प्राशन को जो है अपने सभी बच्चों को ही हमारे स्कूल नियर बाई हैं, उनमें जो है इसको प्रसार करने की आवश्यकता है। और इस तरह से स्वर्ण हम अगर लगातार कराते हैं तो ये देखा गया है कि बच्चे जल्दी बीमार नहीं पड़ते हैं। और अगर मान लीजिए बीमार पड़ भी जाते हैं तो नमक हल्दी, अगर बड़ा बच्चा है तो नमक हल्दी गर्म पानी का गलाला करा सकते हैं, गला तेल का नस दिला सकते हैं, नहीं तो गिलोय अदरक तुलसी काली मिर्च का काढ़ा तो सभी छोटे से बच्चों को भी पिलाया जा सकता है और इसकी भाप दिलाई जा सकती है। और भी एक कॉमन प्रॉब्लम होती है, मेरा बच्चा खाना खाने में आनाकानी करता है, तो ज्यादातर बच्चे अपनी जिद के कारण या अपनी उसमें रहने के कारण ऐसा करते हैं। तो ऐसे बच्चों को प्यार से मनाना चाहिए, ना कि उनके साथ हम भी जिद करने लग जाए कि नहीं खाओगे, नहीं कैसे नहीं खाओगे, ऐसा नहीं। तो अदरवाइज बच्चा जब भूख लगेगा तो खाएगा ही, लेकिन फिर भी अपनी तरफ से उनसे प्यार से उनको मनाने, उनके ईगो को हर्ट करने के बजाय उनके ईगो को शांत करने की कोशिश करें और उनके साथ मिल के बच्चों के साथ बच्चा बन के इस तरह से बच्चा बने कि मतलब उनके साथ जो है हम जिद में बच्चा न बने, बल्कि उनके साथ जो है उनको जैसा उनको पसंद है उनकी तरह से जो है बन के और जो है उनको उनकी जो है डिजायर्ड जो फूड है उनका ट्राई करें कि कौन से फूड उनको पसंद आते हैं, उस तरह के फूड। जैसे कई बार ये होता है कि बच्चा ये नहीं खाता वो नहीं खाता पर वो खाता है, तो उस तरह की चीज जो उसको पसंद है उस तरह की चीजों में मिला के और अन्य चीजों को जो है धीरे धीरे हम उसके जो है डाइट जो है इम्प्रूव करा सकते हैं। ऐसे ही मेरा बच्चा मिट्टी खाता है, मिट्टी खाना ये अपने आप में ही ये जो है एक साइन है कि बच्चे को पोषण की कमी हो रही है। तो इसकी जो मुख्य वजह पोषण की कमी है उसके लिए हम साग सब्जी जिसमें कि आयरन मिल सके, दूध जिसमें कि कैल्शियम मिल सके, विटामिन मिल सके, इन सब चीजों को जो है हम उसको प्रमोट करेंगे। और इसी तरह से दूसरी चीज क्या होती है कि जैसे वो बच्चा कुछ खा पी तो रहा है, बट उसको जो है कि उसके पेट में कृमि होने के कारण वो सारी चीजें उसको लग नहीं रही, तो इस कारण भी बच्चा मिट्टी खाने की आदत शुरू कर देता है। और दूसरा, मिट्टी खाने से भी कृमि होते हैं क्योंकि मिट्टी में कृमि रहते हैं, तो ये जो है 22 वर्षा है, कृमि खाने से भी जो है बच्चा कृमि होने से भी बच्चे को जो है मिट्टी खाने की आदत पड़ सकती है और मिट्टी खाने के वजह से भी उसको कृमि हो सकता है। तो ये इसको जो है हम इस तरह से जो है बच्चे की जो है डाइट इंप्रूव करा सके, उसका न्यूट्रिशन प्रॉपर करके जो है हम उससे जो है निजात दिला सकते हैं। और एक कॉमन प्रॉब्लम है इसी तरह की, मेरे बच्चे की लंबाई नहीं होने के चांसेस रहते हैं उसके ब्लड में, और फिर परंपरा उसके ब्रेन में जो है ऑक्सीजन की कमी हो जाती है और उसके ब्रेन के कुछ टिश्यू या तो डेड हो जाते हैं या इनएक्टिव हो जाते हैं, और इस कारण से भी बच्चा जो है वो इस तरह की कंडीशन में आ जाता है। तो इस तरह से हम अपनी बात जो है इसी तरह से आगे बढ़ाते हुए अब आगे को खत्म करना चाहेंगे, लेकिन कंक्लूड करते समय मैं ये बताना चाहूंगा कि अभी पिछले शनिवार भी हम लोगों ने जो है न्यूमोनिया डे मनाया था और उसके बाद संडे को डायबिटीज डे मनाया था। तो इसमें पर्यावरणीय प्रदूषण और बाल्यावस्था में जो समुचित पोषण तथा साफ सफाई की कमी है, यही हमारे सभी तरह के डिजीजेस के लिए आधार बनती है। न्यूमोनिया के मुख्य कारणों में भी यही है, अम्ल पित्त है, ऐसे ही जो है अगर हम पर्यावरणीय प्रदूषण और इन सब चीजों पर ध्यान नहीं रखेंगे तो अस्थमा है, डायबिटीज है, अतिसार है, कुपोषण है, राज्यक्षमा है, अम्ल पित्त है, ये सब सारी तरह के डिजीजेस जो है बच्चों को होने की संभावना रहती है। तो जिससे बच्चों को हर संभव बचाने का प्रयास परिवारीय अभिभावक जैसे कि मदर फादर पेरेंट्स और सामाजिक अभिभावक जैसे कि सरकारों को मिलकर के करना होगा, क्योंकि बच्चे माँ पिता के साथ ही राष्ट्र के भी धरोहर हैं। क्योंकि फिर वही बात आ जाती है कि टुडेज चाइल्ड इज टुमारोज फादर ऑफ नेशन, and it is going to be continued generation after generation in real terms. But in metaphysical or spiritual thought process, we will be alive in the form of our children. So being even selfish also, we are going to give a nice future to ourselves because it's your own rebirth, generation after generation. So all the very best, my dears. Take care of your children for next gen. ऐसा स्वतदीप जलाओ जो तूफानों में भी दर्शक बने। Thank you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your such eye-opener, your presentation, sir. I'm always inspired by your presentations. मैं personally आपकी बहुत सारी चीजें follow करने की कोशिश करती हूँ, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Lakshmi, ma'am. Very nice presentation. Thank you for this time. Thank you, everyone.
एक्सीलेंट एक्सीलेंट, बहुत ही अच्छी आज की वेबिनार रही। मैं पैनल डिस्कशन से चाहता हूं कि कोई भी यदि बोलना चाहे तो जरूर मैं उनको स्वागत करूंगा। हेलो, नमस्कार। मेरे ख्याल से कोई भी पैनल में से 2 मिनट रुकिए। हेलो, मेरी आवाज आप लोगों तक क्लियर है? मेरी आवाज आ रही है?
हाँ, आ रही है।
मैं इस विषय में डॉक्टर पटनकर साहिब से पहले वैद्य राजन पटनकर साहिब से आग्रह करता हूं कि वो इस विषय पे कुछ प्रकाश डालें। वैद्य राजन पटनकर जी, आदरणीय वैद्य राजन पटनकर जी।
नमस्कार।
फिर कंक्लूडिंग रिमार्क्स के लिए मैं प्रार्थना करूंगा अग्निहोत्री जी से। उसके पूर्व वैद्य राजन पटनकर जी का मैं स्वागत करना चाहता हूं। स्वागतम सर, वैद्य राजन पटनकर जी।
स्वागतम। आज थोड़ा लेट ज्वाइन हो गया, इसके लिए क्षमा चाहता हूँ। एक जरा काम में फंस गया था, पर आखिर का सुनने को मिला मुझे। बहुत ही अच्छा प्रेजेंटेशन था। तो मेरी सिर्फ एक दो ही इसमें हर बार जो बोलता हूँ कि पब्लिक अवेयरनेस जो है, और उसमें माँ को
कमेटी के मेंबरों को भी तो सैंपल रहे ना,
माँ को शिक्षित करना, ये ज्यादा
वो
मैं
करा
उसके
लूंगा, एक दिन भेज देंगे।
अहम रखता हूँ। ऐसी मेरी ये है, राय है। और दूसरी बात कि आजकल के जो बच्चे, उसमें
ठीक है गुरु,
पहला
ठीक।
प्रेजेंटेशन आखिर में मैंने सुना, मेरे ख्याल से उनका नाम मैं नहीं ले पाया। हाँ, वीरेंद्र कुमार जी। तो उनका जो प्रेजेंटेशन था बहुत ही अच्छा था। आखिर के 4-5 स्लाइड
चलेगा, मैम चलेगा।
और उसमें पवन कुमार जी, आपका ये म्यूट कर दो ना जरा, माइक रह गया। ओके। तो उन्होंने बहुत ही अच्छी बातें कही। उसमें एक ही बात मैं ऐड करना चाहता हूँ कि जैसे भी बम्बई जैसे बड़े बड़े मेट्रोपॉलिटन सिटीज है, उसमें एक आजकल ऐसा देखा जाता है कि बच्चों में बार बार सर्दी जुकाम या बुखार या दस्त या इन्फेक्शन होना, ये बहुत कॉमन हो गया है। तो उसके लिए मैं जो सब हिस्ट्री लेते समय एक ही सवाल माँ को पूछता हूँ कि एमनियोटिक फ्लूइड ज्यादा होने की वजह से भी ये तकलीफें आगे बहुत सालों तक बच्चों में रह सकती है। तो उसके लिए मैं सूक्ष्म औषधि बनाता हूँ, तो उसमें कुमार कल्याण का यूज करता हूँ और उसके रिजल्ट्स बहुत ही अच्छे हैं। या अगर कुमार कल्याण नहीं मिला तो वहाँ पे मैं 2-4 जो वसंत कल्प है, वो भी कोई बच्चों में यूज करता हूँ अपुनर्भव के लिए। पर पहले कुमार कल्याण तो जरूर देता हूँ। तो ऐसे अनगिनत बच्चे, तो माँ को ये सवाल पूछने के बाद माँ 99% हाँ ही बोलती है कि उस समय नारियल पानी का इंटेक बहुत हो गया था या वाटर लेवल बहुत ही ज्यादा बढ़ गई थी। तो इसके वजह से जो भी कफ से रिलेटेड जो भी व्याधियां है, वो बच्चों में आजकल मैंने ऐसा देखा है कि गांव में वगैरह अभी भी माँ अपने बच्चों का जो संगोपन या पालन करती है, वैसा अभी बड़े बड़े सिटीज में नहीं दिखाई देता है, क्योंकि सब न्यूक्लियर फैमिलीज हो गई है। गांव में अभी भी बहुत सारे जॉइंट फैमिलीज है। तो उसके वजह से दादा दादी का संस्कार और ये सब जो बातें है, ये बड़े बड़े सिटीज में बहुत ही कम दिखने को मिलता है। तो इसके वजह से भी मेरा एक ही कहना है कि माँ को बराबर एजुकेट करना, तो ये ज्यादा उसके ऊपर मैं अहम देता हूँ। पवन कुमार जी जो भी सब कर रहे हैं, उसमें मेरा एक छोटा सा मतलब चीटी का हिस्सा है। तो उनके लिए सलाम और सैल्यूट और थैंक यू सर। और अग्निहोत्री जी भी हर समय साथ में रहते ही है, तो उनके लिए उनको भी प्रणाम। नमस्कार, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू
हमारे
सर।
साथ आज जुड़े हुए हैं प्रोफेसर के द्विवेदी। अग्निहोत्री जी के पहले मैं के द्विवेदी जी का भी आशीर्वचन लेना चाहता हूँ। प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर के द्विवेदी फ्रॉम BHU, फ्रॉम बनारस, सॉरी, प्रोफेसर के द्विवेदी जी, हरिओम।
हरिओम हरिओम।
स्वागतम स्वागतम।
जी सर, क्या आदेश है?
आपका आशीर्वचन।
क्या?
आप ड्राइविंग कर रहे हैं कहीं रास्ते में?
अभी कहीं बाहर हूँ।
ठीक है ठीक है ठीक है, बाद में फिर।
सबसे पहले मैं धन्यवाद देना चाहूंगा इस कार्यक्रम की आज 251वीं कड़ी है। 251वीं कड़ी है इसकी।
हाँ जी, 252वीं, 252, 253,
252वीं, सॉरी। वाह। तो इसके लिए आप साधुवाद, बधाई के पात्र हैं। छोटे छोटे ट्रेड्स के वो इन्होंने लिए हैं अपने तरफ से, और बहुत सी छोटे छोटे जो प्रश्न आते हैं सामान्य प्रैक्टिस में, डॉक्टर बधाई देता हूं, बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। मैं कहीं बाहर हूं इसलिए क्षमा करेंगे। धन्यवाद।
थैंक यू सर।
समापन भाषण जी के लिए मेरी प्रार्थना आदरणीय विनीत कुमार अग्निहोत्री जी से।
धन्यवाद धन्यवाद शर्मा सर, धन्यवाद। बहुत ही मनोयोग से आज का हम कार्यक्रम सुन रहे थे। और सबसे पहले तो मैं डॉक्टर ज्योति लखानी जी को बहुत बहुत बधाई देना चाहूंगा कि उन्होंने आज की जो मॉडरेटर का गुरुतर भार संभाला एक नई पाली के तौर पर। और सब्जेक्ट की इंट्रोडक्टरी उन्होंने अच्छे से बतलाई कि वर्ल्ड चिल्ड्रन डे के अवसर पर हम लोग जो आज मीट कर रहे हैं, तो हमें क्या कुछ बातें ध्यान में रखनी है, क्या इसकी बैकग्राउंड है, वो बतलाया। उन्होंने हल्का सा जिक्र कर दिया था उस समय स्वर्ण प्राशन वाला, और उसकी चर्चा हमारे वीरेंद्र कुमार जी ने बहुत अच्छे से करी और सब कुछ साइंटिफिक बेसिस पे कहा, मुझे अच्छा लगा। अन्यथा मुझे वहां कुछ बोलना होता कि ये न्यू बॉर्न के और के इम्यूनिटी बढ़ाने के लिए। खैर, हम शुरुआत करते हैं। सबसे पहले आप सबको और विश्व स्तर पर बधाई देने के लिए कि आज अपना वर्ल्ड चिल्ड्रन डे है। और हम देख रहे हैं पिछले 2 दिनों से हम लोग बहुत ज्यादा पर्सनल हो गए हैं। पर्सनल इस सेंस में, कल हम लोगों ने उस कपल की बात करी, स्पेशली मेन की बात की, जो मेन डे था, वर्ल्ड वन डे था, कि उनकी स्वास्थ्य कैसा हो, उनकी इम्यूनिटी कैसी हो। और आज हम प्रोजनी की इम्यूनिटी और प्रोजनी की बात कर रहे हैं, तो बड़ा अच्छा ही रहा। दोनों में बहुत कुछ सुनने को मिला। सबसे बड़ी चीज जो सामने आ रही है वो हमारे 2 प्रेजेंटर्स रहे, तो चूंकि बड़ा 2 ही प्रेजेंटर्स बड़ा कंसाइज था, उनको पूरा टाइम मिला अपनी बात रखने का। तो प्रोफेसर लक्ष्मी प्रिया देव जी जो जामनगर से जिन्होंने अपना प्रेजेंटेशन दिया, तो उनके लिए इनविटेशन और उनका प्रत्युत्तर, ये दोनों ही बहुत ही हृदय स्पर्शी रहे। उन्होंने जितना कॉर्डियली उनको हमारे पवन शर्मा जी ने इनवाइट किया रिपीटेडली, और रिपीटेडली उन्होंने नमस्कार करके अपना इमीडिएट जूनियर के तौर पर बताना शुरू किया। ये हमारे ही प्रोफेशन में मिलता है। 1 ईयर सीनियरिटी जूनियरिटी ही बहुत बड़ी वैल्यू करती है, और वो 20 साल 30 साल तक चलती है, तो उसकी एक वैल्यू है। उन्होंने हमारा पूरा पक्ष, माने जितनी भी गर्भावक्रांति का टॉपिक से लेके, गर्भणीचर्या से लेके, पुंसवन संस्कार, गर्भाधान संस्कार, सारा ही विस्तृत क्षेत्र कवर किया। और मैं ये समझ पा रहा हूं कि अगर हम चरक संहिता को चिकित्सा स्थान के रूप में देख पाते हैं, सूत्र स्थान को समझते हैं, सिद्धि और कल्प को समझते हैं, तो क्यों नहीं हम उसमें जो गर्भावक्रांति है या जो विमान स्थान है और जो इंद्रिय स्थान है उसको भी क्यों नहीं वैल्यू देते हैं। अथवा हमारे जो काश्यप संहिता जो इतना सब लिख गए हैं इसकी वैल्यू करना की जिम्मेदारी भी हमारी है। तो मैडम लक्ष्मी प्रिया से हम यही कहना चाहेंगे कि आपने इतनी चर्चा की वो तो अच्छा है, लेकिन थ्योरी में रखे हुए सामान का आज की तारीख में इसकी प्रैक्टिकल अप्रोच और प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन के लिए भी हमारी जिम्मेदारी बढ़ जाती है। जैसे जामनगर के छोटे ग्रुप में माने ग्रेजुएशन लेवल के, पोस्ट ग्रेजुएशन लेवल के या दूसरे स्वास्थ्य कैंप लगाए जाए, वहां हम इस बात को आगे बढ़ाएं। जैसे उन्होंने कहा कि एकादशी को नहीं करना चाहिए, पूर्णिमा को नहीं करना चाहिए, अमावस्या को नहीं करना चाहिए, त्रयोदशी को नहीं करना चाहिए, तो ये सब क्या है, इसके इम्पोर्टेंस साइंटिफिकली बतानी होगी। शायद ये वे दिन थे जब मैथुन निषेध कहा गया था, तो उसके उस समय जो टारगेट कपल होते हैं उनके लिए उपवास का विधान बताया, पूजा का विधान बताया, जिससे कि उधर ध्यान ही ना जाए और स्वास्थ्य संवर्धन होता रहे, जिससे कि अगले कार्य दिवस पर जब हमें इसकी उपयोगिता आए तो हम अच्छे माने सेमाइनल फ्लूइड के साथ में अच्छे कंसंट्रेटेड स्पर्मेटोजोआ की प्रेजेंस के साथ में जो होगी, तो उन्हें कहना सेलेक्टिव प्रोजेनी चाहिए, बाई चांस प्रोजेनी नहीं चाहिए। उसके लिए शायद ये इनडायरेक्ट अप्रोच रही होगी। और जैसे ही हमने कहा कि पंच निषेध की बात आई है कि एतानि पंचकर्माणि संध्यायाम वर्जित बुधा, वहां भी मैथुन निषेध की बात आई संध्या काल में। ये भी कुछ विचारणीय विषय है और इसके लिए अवेयरनेस कैंपेन भी इन लोगों के या सभी आयुर्वेदिक प्रैक्टिशनर्स जो स्पेशली गायनी डिपार्टमेंट है या जो स्वास्थ्य विभाग है वो इसको एक लॉन्च कर सकते हैं, जिससे का बहुत ज्यादा फायदा मिलेगा। और इस चीज को हम, जैसा कि वीरेंद्र कुमार को तो मैं केवल इतना ही कह पाऊंगा, हमारे जो दूसरे आज के वक्ता थे, कि अगर मेरा हाथ का स्पर्श उनकी पीठ पर महसूस हो रहा हो तो मुझे खुशी होगी। बहुत ही अच्छा लगा बेटे, हद कर दी आपने बिल्कुल। मैंने स्वर्ण प्राशन के क्रम में किस कदर 3 महीने तक का लाभ, जो बल की बात आई, और 6 महीने पर देने पर लाभ, उससे मेधावर्धन लाभ, सीधा ही आपने कश्यप जी को जो कोट किया है, मैं समझ पा रहा हूँ। मैं आपको देखा था शायद जब 19 में CME संस्कृत में आए थे, हमारे विजय कुमार राय साहब जी ने बुलाया था, तो मैं आपको चेहरे देख के, बल्कि कल से बैनर देख के मुझे लगा कि कुछ कर गुजरेगा। एक बार शायद आप और भी प्रेजेंट किए थे, बहुत अच्छा लगा। यही हम आज के नए अपने टीचर फैकल्टी से चाहते हैं कि वो बहुत आगे बढ़े और बहुत अच्छा। उनकी 2-3 बातें मुझे इतनी अच्छी लगी। एक तो उन्होंने जो आयुष पोषक जो मोदक, मैं इतना बड़ा कागज लेके बैठता हूँ, मैं एक्चुअली स्टूडेंट हो जाता हूँ। जब काम दिया हुआ है 3-4 पेज भरते हैं, वो इसे नोट करता हूँ। तो ये आयुष मोदक की चीज भले ही फाइनेंस तो हो ही गया होगा, न भी हो चलो इतना चल जाता है, आजकल सैलरी भी अच्छी है, लेकिन इसके संग जो संदेश क्या है कि हम बच्चों के असेंबली में जाएंगे, टीचर्स को बुलाएंगे, बताएंगे उनको अब थोड़ा कोरोना काल समाप्त हो गया, ये पहुंच जाएगा। पीछे भी देखो पोषाहार बढ़ता है तो वो सत्तू क्या क्या बांटते हैं, उनमें कीड़े पड़ जाते हैं। तो ये भी देखना जरूरी है। जो आंगनबाड़ी वाले लोग हैं और सब लोग हैं, जैसे आपके डिपेंडेंट ही एक तरीके से हैं आपसे या CMO के जरिए, तो ये देखना जरूरी है हम जो खिला रहे हैं बढ़िया कि नहीं है। और मैं चाहूंगा हमारा जो पूरा लिटरेचर है इसमें, जैसे कि हमारे आदरणीय पवन शर्मा जी तो साथ में ही हैं, हम जरा सा क्लिक करवा दें एक बार, फिर देखें कमाल। जैसे कि लोग, आज की जनरेशन पीछे पड़ी थी, अब च्यवनप्राश करते 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 झंडू ने कह दिया कि गुड़ बढ़िया है तो ये गुड़ वाला च्यवनप्राश है। आज गुड़ वाला च्यवनप्राश बाय नेम मांगा जा रहा है, मार्केट में बिक रहा है। तो हमारे इस ज्ञान को अगर हम आज की साइंटिफिक पैरामीटर में एक नई पॉलिश और चाशनी चढ़ा के हम उसको दें कि यही असली वाला है, और अन्यथा क्या है, अगर हम कहते हैं भाई एकादशी को इंटरकोर्स नहीं करना है, पूर्णिमा नहीं करना है, अमावस्या नहीं करना है, तो पता लगा एक घर में ही नई डिबेट शुरू हो जाएगी। घर की डिबेट ही शुरू हो जाएगी कि आप जीन्स पहन के आप मोटरसाइकिल नहीं चलाएंगे, या जो है गर्भावस्था में हम नदी नहीं पार करने का विधान मिलता था, और आज तो नदी पार न करें तो नदी किनारे मतलब समुद्र में चले जाते हैं साहब, क्यों तो वीकेंड है तो एंजॉय करेंगे। तो उनमें नई डिबेट ना शुरू हो, जो उसके वास्तविक तत्व उसको पकड़ेंगे, इससे ये फायदे हैं। तो वीरेंद्र कुमार जैसे हमारे आज के नए शिक्षक जो हैं वो इस काम को ले जा सकते हैं। जहां कहीं भी पब्लिक कांटेक्ट आपका हो सके वहां आप इसको फैलाइए, चाहे वो स्टूडेंट की असेंबली हो, कॉलेज लेवल पे हो, या बच्चों में कोई गेस्ट लेक्चर, माने कॉलेज लेवल पे, इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में, फार्मेसी कॉलेज में, कहीं भी जहां भी आपको गेस्ट लेक्चर देने का मौका मिले। और लॉयंस क्लब है, रोटरी क्लब है, भारत विकास परिषद है, ये सब एवेन्यूज है जहां पर हम आयुर्वेद में स्थित ज्ञान को आज इसके प्रैक्टिकल शेप में ले जाके पहुंचाएंगे, तभी हमारी प्रयोजन अच्छी होगी। और तभी वास्तव में जैसे वेद एक धरोहर बन गए हैं, वैसे आयुर्वेद भी हमारी धरोहर बने, तो हम चिकित्सीय पुरुष हमारा जो है माने जो स्वस्थ है उसकी चिकित्सा उसको भी हम ज्ञान दें और जो चिकित्सीय पुरुष है उसको भी दें। इसमें मेल फीमेल जेंडर कोई डिफरेंस नहीं है। तो आज की वेबिनार बहुत ही वाइटल रही। प्रोफेसर लक्ष्मी प्रिया देव और हमारे मित्र डॉक्टर वीरेंद्र कुमार वास्तव में बधाई के पात्र हैं, जिन्होंने इस नॉलेज को सबके सामने लाके रखा। और हमारे राजन प्रंकर जी ने बहुत ही साथ में बात कही कि द्विवेदी जी भी चलते चलते कुछ अपना आशीर्वाद दे गए, तो मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा। आप लोग इसके अप्लाइड एस्पेक्ट पे आप थोड़ा जोर देना शुरू करिए। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद आप सबको। डॉक्टर पवन शर्मा जी को
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू सो मच।
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। आज का बहुत ही अच्छा कार्यक्रम रहा और सभी को एक मार्गदर्शन की जरूरत थी, वो बिल्कुल क्लियर हुई। मैं बहुत ही धन्यवाद देता हूं। आज भी आयुर्वेद होम्योपैथी सभी लोग जुड़े हुए हैं। निशांत जी को भी मैं धन्यवाद देता हूं जुड़ने के लिए होम्योपैथी की ओर से। जगदीश्वर जी को भी बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। जगदीश्वर जी भी आज जुड़े हुए हैं, अंजना जी भी जुड़ी हुई हैं। बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद साहब। कल एक वर्ल्ड टेलीविजन डे के दिन हम लोग वर्ल्ड टेलीविजन डे सेलिब्रेट करने जा रहे हैं। उसमें मीडिया की आयुर्वेद को आयुष को डेवलप करने में भूमिका, द रोल ऑफ मीडिया टू डेवलप आयुष, ये करना है। कल आप लोग जरूर जुड़िएगा साथ में।
ये बहुत बढ़िया विषय है।
थैंक यू वेरी मच।
मीडिया के बल पर ही हम वर्ल्ड वाइड हो पा रहे हैं।
निशांत जी आपको भी गुड नाइट। जयेश जी आपको भी गुड नाइट। धन्यवाद।